In 1933, a secret group of America's wealthiest and most powerful men sat around a table and planned to overthrow the United States government, install a dictator, end American democracy. This is not a conspiracy theory. Congress investigated it and confirmed every single word. America in 1933 was broken. The Great Depression had destroyed millions of lives. But while ordinary Americans stood in bread lines, the men at the top of Wall Street, the heads of the biggest corporations in the country, were doing just fine. And they were furious at the man trying to help the poor. Franklin Roosevelt had just become president. His New Deal meant taxing the rich to help the poor, regulating Wall Street, giving workers rights. To most Americans, he was a hero. To the richest men in the country, he was a threat to everything they had, and they decided he had to be removed. Their plan was breathtaking in its arrogance. They would raise a private army of 500,000 soldiers, march on Washington, force Roosevelt out of power, and install a fascist government, modeled directly on Hitler's Germany and Mussolini's Italy. All they needed was the right general, someone soldiers would follow anywhere. They chose Smedley Butler. Smedley Butler was the most decorated Marine in American history, 2 Congressional Medals of Honor. He had fought in every major conflict for 33 years. His men would walk into fire for him. The plotters believed if Butler marched on Washington, soldiers across America would fall in line. They were probably right. They sent a representative named Gerald McGuire to recruit Butler personally. McGuire laid out the entire plan: the army, the money, the timeline, the government they would build. He told Butler he would be given command of 500,000 men, all the funding he needed, and a place of honor in the new America. Butler listened to every single word. Butler threw him out. He told McGuire, and I am paraphrasing, that he had spent 33 years fighting for this country and he was not about to help a group of rich men steal it. He was furious, disgusted, and then he did something that took more courage than any battlefield he had ever stood on. He went straight to Congress, sat down in front of the House Un-American Activities Committee and told them everything. Every name, every detail, every dollar amount. The plotters included executives from Goodyear Tire, Heinz Foods, Birdseye, the largest banks on Wall Street, and men connected to the DuPont family. Butler named them all, out loud, under oath. The story exploded. Newspapers across America ran it on the front page. The BBC covered it in Britain. The plotters were named publicly, exposed, humiliated. The most powerful businessmen in America had been caught red-handed, planning to destroy American democracy. The country waited for the arrests. They never came. Congress confirmed the plot was real. The coup was real. The funding was real. And then they buried it. The final report had key names redacted. No one was charged. No one was arrested. No one went to prison. Not a single man who plotted to overthrow the United States government spent a single night in jail. Think about what that means. In 1933 America, a man could be arrested for stealing food to feed his family. But the men who plotted to end democracy, overthrow an elected president, and install a fascist dictatorship walked free. Went back to their offices, kept their fortunes, kept their power, and history quietly looked away. Butler spent the rest of his life warning America about the dangerous relationship between corporate power and government. He wrote a book called War is a Racket, one of the most radical things ever written by a military general. He said, and this is a direct quote, "I was a racketeer for capitalism, a high-class muscle man for Wall Street." He died in 1940, almost forgotten. The men who funded the plot never lost their companies, never lost their influence. Their families and corporations continued shaping American politics for generations. The business plot, that's what historians call it, was erased from school textbooks. Most Americans have never heard of it until right now. There is no monument to Smedley Butler in Washington, D.C., no holiday, no chapter in the standard history textbook. The man who was offered the keys to a dictatorship and handed them straight to Congress instead is almost completely unknown. That should bother every single one of us. They tried to steal your country. One man stopped them, and they made sure you'd never learn his name. This is Untold America. Follow right now, because next week we go even deeper. And trust me, you are not ready for what's coming.